A quarter of this small nation sits below the sea. 17 million people live here anyway. Welcome to Process Media. We're deconstructing the system that keeps 17 million people dry, one barrier at a time. Without constant pumping, a third of this country would simply vanish beneath the waterline. Every dike here is measured against one number, the worst storm this coast has ever produced. In 1953, a single storm surge overwhelmed the coastline in hours. The nation had never seen anything like it. The delta had dozens of open river mouths. Every single one was a door the sea could walk through. Engineers proposed something no nation had attempted: sealing an entire coastline, river mouth by river mouth. Sealing this coastline would mean building not one structure, but an entire family of them. Decades of work were about to begin. 6 structures, one goal: never again. The plan had a name and a simple rule: shorten the coastline, and the sea has fewer places to attack. Engineers chose to close the deadliest gap first. If it worked here, it would work anywhere. The solution was audacious: sink giant concrete caissons into the gap, one after another, like massive building blocks.
For the first time in the estuary's history, the current had something in its way.
The narrower the gap grew, the faster the water moved. Every closure was a race against physics. One structure would dwarf them all: a dike over 20 miles long, sealing an entire inland sea. "23 million cubic meters of sand would form the skeleton of this dike, grain by grain."
Sand alone couldn't survive a storm. Every slope needed an armor of stone to break the waves.
On the final day, the current here reached its most violent point in the entire project.
For the first time in centuries, the tide stopped reaching this part of the country.
The sea couldn't simply be walled off. Ships still needed to pass, every single day. The answer was a wall that could vanish entirely, then swing shut in under an hour. Every gate arm would pivot on a single joint. If it seized once, the whole system failed. Open, they were almost invisible to the ships passing through. That was exactly the point.
"2,000 tons of steel, moving on a single hinge, closing an entire river in 55 minutes.
For the first time, a major shipping city could be sealed off from the sea entirely.
This harbor moved too much cargo to close slowly. Its barrier would need to spin, not swing.
The design borrowed an old idea, a gate that rotates on a vertical axis, like a giant revolving door. Each pier would carry thousands of tons, rotating on a bearing no larger than a dinner table.
This single bearing would let a structure heavier than a warship turn with the push of a motor.
Moving a structure this size meant treating it like a ship, not a building, towed, not trucked. When it finally turned, the entire harbor mouth closed in minutes, in moot, no ship traffic lost for hours. One gap remained, too wide to dam, too important to close permanently. It needed a different answer. 62 individual steel gates, hung between concrete piers, open by default, closed only when the sea threatened.
Each pier had to be placed with near-perfect precision. Fount, 62 of them, all holding the same tolerance.
In calm weather, every gate hangs lifted above the water, letting the tide move naturally underneath. When the forecast crosses a set threshold, the decision to close is no longer optional, it's automatic.
62 gates, lowering together, turning an open estuary into a solid wall in under an hour.
Not every barrier here is concrete or steel. Some of the strongest defenses are simply sand.
The idea was radical. Dump enough sand in one place and let waves and wind build the coastline themselves. $20 million tons of sand, placed in a single spot, deliberately shaped like a hook into the sea.
From here, the engineering was finished. The wind and tide would do the rest, for free.
This single sand deposit now feeds miles of coastline. rebuilding itself with every tide, decade after decade.
Six different problems, 6 different answers. Together, they formed a single, unbroken line of defense.
The water levels in Sector Gamma are rising faster than projected. We need authorization to release the overflow immediately. From this single room, every gate, every dike, every rotating wall can be closed with one command.
Every barrier is tested in calm weather, because the first real closure can never be a rehearsal.
Land that should have stayed underwater now grows food, houses families, and moves goods every single day.
A single millimeter of drift, caught early, is the difference between routine maintenance and catastrophic failure.
Forecasts here are checked hourly. A storm building offshore is never a surprise by the time it arrives. Structures built decades apart, in different decades, by different teams, closing together, in perfect coordination. Within hours of the storm passing, the coastline was open again, enchewed, as if nothing had happened.
Thousands of sensors feed this system constantly. The coastline is never unwatched, not for a single hour. These structures weren't built for today's sea. They were built for a sea that hasn't arrived yet. No structure here is ever considered complete. Every barrier is strengthened again and again and again.
The engineers who built the first barrier never met the ones maintaining it today. The work outlived them.
Land that should be underwater. A nation that refused to let it be. That is the story here.